Well, happy Saturday to you. Chris Hare here, the world champion crypto cowboy, hanging out with all the cattle today. Just take a look. Got all the longhorns behind me. It's been a fun day. Wife's showing her horse today, so we've been hanging out here. But it's been an interesting past few hours. We've had the information on the Trump tariffs it kind of spooked the markets initially, and then it kind of got quiet. So what's going to happen with all that? Well, I took a short on Suey. It was kind of at resistance anyway. And I tell you guys, markets really dictate news, and we're at resistance now. So it was kind of expected. What am I doing? Well, we talked about this on Friday that we thought markets might take a little bit of a dump. Over the weekend, they're really due for a cool off. We've had quite a few days of buying pressure and runs up, so it's time for things to cool off. And well, where do I think they're going to go? I think they're going to finish off somewhere probably around $90,000, $92,000. But then I think there may be some more upside, and it may be significant. So we're going to watch this close. We're going to take it day to day. Come on over to the crypto school. I've been doing signals, and when I see an opportunity, we've been jumping on it, and we've actually done really well. So what's my plan? Well, I've still got my Bitcoin long open, the 100x long that was about 1,100% profit at about $96,000. I'm going to leave it open. Like I said, I think the retest is probably around $92,000, and then we're going to start thinking about some more upside. From there, I have questions. Where do we go? Well, I think we're headed up towards those 50 simple moving averages on the weekly charts. So right around $102,000, $103,000. I think is probably where we're going to look for some kind of other rejection. My big question is that the rejection that puts us into a bear market, or are we going to have some more upside after that? That's my big question. I think there's some other information that may play into all this with Brian Armstrong and Coinbase and the whole deal with the Clarity Act and seeing if we can get that thing passed. Coinbase seems to think it's all geared towards the bank, and it doesn't benefit exchanges or crypto businesses as much as it does for people for the banks. The banks think otherwise, think the crypto exchanges have more pull. And, the banks want to capitalize anyway. And I think the monetary policy just kind of really messes up what they're trying to do. Let's see if I can show you this big sucker here. Look at the size of the rack on that thing. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens and how it happens and when it happens. But for now, I think we've got to pull back. The question is, how long does it take us to get to around 92,000, 90,000? I think that'll kind of dictate where we go and what happens next week. I really kind of felt like they might push it down today and maybe over the weekend get it over with. It's a long weekend. Markets are closed on Monday. So I thought they might want to get it over with, put the CMA gap above us this time over this weekend, and then maybe give us a bigger run up. Hopefully that's what they're doing. If not, we'll be short next week too. It's not a big deal. We'll just take it day to day. There's a lot of things happening that are going to be good for the markets, especially for altcoins. I felt like altcoins are on the floor. They've been in a bear market for about a year now, so I think there's really an opportunity for some upside. But that's kind of where I'm at. More cattle. But that's kind of where I'm at. I really want to see what happens over the next couple of days, maybe this weekend, maybe into Monday. We might dump, we might not. So it's we're just kind of in the middle. So I think we're just kind of in the middle, and that's kind of where we are. It'll be interesting though. I'm kind of positioning for some bigger long trades as we go down. Watching how they react when they get to that $90,000 to $92,000 level, and then we'll make a better assessment there. I really want to put in some heavier longs, but just want to see what happens along the way. But that's going to wrap it up for the day. Got a lot going on. My wife's going to show her pony in a minute. There's some more of those longhorn cattle. It's been a fun day. Fort Worth Stock Show is always a good time. They were selling cows earlier, so that's where we're at. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go watch my wife show her horse. Chris Hare, the world champion crypto cowboy. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you down the road.